How's it going, everybody? Derek from Make Media Studios, and today I have a very special guest. I got Marina Martinez Ferrandis, and she's from Valencia, Spain. I love when I say someone's name, like when it's hard for me, and they get so excited when I say it right. So, how's it going? How are you today?
I'm fine here. It's a pleasure to be here with you, and I'm very excited. It's the first time in California over there, but I'm
Yeah,
very good. Thank you.
yeah. Thank you. No, I just thank you very much for doing this podcast with me today, and I'm excited as well. Where are you from? Where are you, and what are you doing? What little history about you?
Uh, I'm from Spain, concretely Valencia. Valencia it's a beautiful and amazing city
Hmm.
near the beach, and we have a lot of culture. We have beautiful people living here, and it's pleasure to be to be here.
Yeah.
And I am an artist. I have some projects about theater. I have I'm now writing a book and um, try to do a new project, hypermedia projects about the classic stars of Hollywood system
Okay.
uh, of Los Angeles. So I'm very I'm very excited
Good.
for
Well,
that
it's
project.
overall, it seems like you do a lot of different art forms, everything from writing, theater, and stuff like that. And I know
Yeah,
Valencia is also a very beautiful place because it's where my wife came from. Um,
yeah.
I've heard many things. I'm excited to visit Spain. That's hopefully
Um,
something we've been trying for like the last 6 months to travel out there, and we keep kind of getting canceled and stuff like that.
it's not a good time now
No, it's not.
for being here. Sorry.
Yeah, it's true. Well, let me ask you that. How is coronavirus kind of affecting Spain right now when it comes to art?
Oof, it's worse than you thought.
I bet. I
It's
bet.
horrible here. There are a lot of families in state of poverty now. We have a lot of people that are in now searching jobs and they can't find it. We have a lot of cases uh, every day, thousand
Hmm.
of cases, and it's like all of out of control, out of control, all the things, and it's a little bit difficult to be here.
Yeah. I
It's
heard it recently. It should that there's a possibility of more lockdowns again because of the
Yeah,
coronavirus stuff. So
yeah, we are waiting for that,
yeah.
and it's difficult, because we are like people that like to have like to be with other people,
Hmm. Hmm.
and it's a little bit difficult to have the distancing, but we are trying. We are doing the best that we can, I think, and we hope that all these things can be better.
Do you feel like you're seeing any type of improvement when it comes to like people finding work in the arts? Is there any improvement happening, or is it kind of still down?
The art here, it's very difficult. It's down. It's difficult because the government didn't think. I don't think that the art is important here now.
Mm.
There are a lot of money for obviously doctors and nurses. A lot of
Yeah.
money for health business, but not art.
Yeah.
There are a lot of theaters. A lot of people. Uh, for example, I don't know, actors and actresses
Hmm.
now are very bad,
Hmm.
and this situation it could be very bad for our culture,
Hmm.
and that's the situation here with
That's
art.
really sad. That really sucks. Are you seeing any? So there's no priorities like Spain opening anything. They're not trying to open art, movie theaters. They're all still closed, right?
Right now are open,
Oh, okay.
but it's difficult to go
Yeah.
because we have to, to have the distances. And
Hmm.
if you have, for example, theater, and you have only the half persons that you need
Yeah.
to have, money for yourself, it's difficult,
Right.
you know,
Are they
and
are they
that's
are they trying to like almost, since they have to space everyone out, do they have to pay double, or is it still almost the same price and now they're just making half the money for because they have half the seats full.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the problem now.
No. Okay. Well, let's get off the sad part of coronavirus and what's going on
Yeah.
there. How is it like being an actor in Spain? How is that actress in Spain?
Or it's I think different in America because sometimes in Spain you don't study anything about acting, but here you can be an actor if you want because the direct casting director are searching more physical profiles or physical or psychological person that have the characters. It's like we don't search about actors that can play other personalities. We search an actor that have the personality.
Interesting. Yeah, I see what you mean. Where did you start with? You were saying, did you have training in school when you were in your lower grades? Did they do like theater and stuff like that at school?
Yes, we have in my university like extracurricular activity that was theater in my case, and it was very cool because I don't pay too much. I don't pay too much for go to theater now. I'm paying like I don't know 1,000 euro now for going for go all the time, and
that's for the classes.
Yeah, just for the classes.
That's not bad.
All the year, and that's very, very good here in Spain. And it was like first love of first sight together. I never thought that I was. Sorry.
You're good.
I never thought about being an actress when I was a child. But I started university. I was going to the class, and for me it was like, wow.
Yeah.
I am more myself doing theater acting than when I'm with my family or with my friends, and that was so cool. It's so therapeutic too, because the theater helps to find yourself, to have empathy with other people, and I think that it's so important in our society now. And it was like, okay, I want to play. And I have to have more classes, and I searched about academy about acting for a camera because it's very different acting like in a theater, like acting in a camera.
It's the close-up, right? The difference is on a theater, it's the whole entire stage with everyone. This actor that I just talked to recently really talked to me about, he goes, the big difference between theater is that in a close-up, it can be just an eyebrow raise that someone sees that little bit of change that on a theater that you can't. Like, it's just a different, almost, so you're saying it's a little different to act theater and film.
If you want to be a good actor, I think that you have to study both, because now life only with a theater is like impossible here in Spain. For example, you have to act in cinema, television shows, and act in theater if you want to live of this. And that was that I thought in first time. And after that, I was acting in a theater, and some girl of Serbia comes to see me, and she told me about going to Serbia to try to do some courses. To act, do some courses, and that was a good opportunity for me. And last summer I was in Serbia.
Wow.
And that was very cool. And now I'm doing like a lot of things. It's this profession is like if you have something for something about people that can help you, you have to take it. If you have opportunities, you have to take it.
Yeah,
because it's too difficult here.
Yeah, that's one of the things I say a lot. So I'm a freelance videographer, and I do a lot of everything from narrative work, and then I also do a lot of corporate stuff with businesses. But starting out for me in this business as a freelancer, I have to say yes to everything. That's kind of my motto that I tell a lot of people is at first, every opportunity or every gig or everything you have to just say yes to, so that down the road you can choose, you know, which ones you want. But at first it's a lot of just say yes to everything. try everything. So
Yeah,
how was Serbia? How was acting in Serbia?
it was beautiful because they had a lot of respect,
Okay.
about the art,
Mm.
about the theater, and they study how to act in ballet and uh, taekwondo, judo only for acting,
Oh
and
wow.
that's amazing. It's like what you can do everything you want because you can do everything,
Yeah.
you know, and it's so cool. And there are a lot of productions of USA that are now shooting
In
in
Serbia.
Serbia. Yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of. So
Well,
there
because
are
they're
a lot of.
really open to the arts and they
Yeah, yeah.
want that there. So that's really cool.
and and it's cheaper than shoot in another part of the world. That's the point.
That's true. That's true. And it looks cool too. It looks different. It's nice to film somewhere that's exotic or a little bit different than where you're actually the market is, right? So we don't have anywhere in
Yeah.
America that looks like Serbia. So it's probably really nice to film there. How long were you in Serbia?
Only 2 weeks. It was like
Oh, nice.
a summer course, but it was so beautiful to be in there,
Nice.
and amazing because you know we was a group with a lot of people of different cultures,
Hmm.
and this is so important for the art.
Yeah.
Learn about other people,
Yeah.
and this is how you learn too.
Yeah.
And that was amazing. Was so hard, but was amazing.
Diversity. The
Yeah,
people that were there with you, were they all from Serbia? Were they from Spain? Where else were they from? Were the other countries?
yeah. Serbia, London, Paris, USA,
Oh,
Australia,
okay.
China.
Nice. Nice. So we
So
were talking earlier about kind of coronavirus and Spain opening up, right? Does the government support artists in Spain? Is it different there, or how is that? It's probably not the best.
uh, not too much.
Okay.
It's like the art is a back, it's in the back of all the priorities now. But in fact, there are a lot of people here in Valencia only living about the art because we have, a party, a national party here. It's like a local party, Fallas, calling
Fias.
Fallas.
Yes. Yep. I know what
Yeah.
Fias is. Yep.
And the Fallas is only art,
Yeah.
It's about
The
the
sculptures.
building, it's about the costume, it's a culture. And there are here in Malaysia, there are a lot of people, a lot of families living only with that,
Hmm.
And this year it's very difficult. We have
It was the first time
in
they
like,
canceled it in a long time because of
yeah,
coronavirus,
yeah,
right? Was it the first
it's
time
the
ever?
first time ever,
Okay.
ever. It's like we are now in a situation that we don't know if this year we could be to fires too,
All right.
because there are a lot of people talking about that the second wave, the
Yeah.
second wave of the coronavirus here,
Mhm.
and it's difficult,
Well, so
and
some people here actually might not know. I know what Fias is because my wife's from Valencia, but some people on the podcast might not understand fully what it is. I'll say what I think it is, then you can kind of correct me because I know a little bit. I think it's like a week-long event, right? It's like 1 week. There's fireworks every day, and then you guys build structures in the street that then at the end are burned, right? Right. So
yeah, yeah,
I know this year they had already started setting up all these structures, right? But and then it got
right,
canceled. How
yeah.
long were they up for? Because did they leave them up, or did they have to take them down, or what happened?
Some fires take it down, and other people try to save it, for the next year.
Okay.
But the point is that the people who build
Yeah.
this, this building can't live here
Right.
now.
Because they built it all year. That's like their job. So
Yeah,
they're preparing for the next year, and being that they had to stop this one,
exactly.
and they're unsure of the next one, it's hard. What if weren't they? Wasn't there a possibility of it coming back like in the summer here? But then that canceled too, right?
I think that it's not
It's not
possible.
happening. Yeah, it's not
It's
possible.
not, it's
Okay.
not possible. Sorry.
Yeah. So next year, hopefully.
I hope to, because I'm in the party.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think next year we're planning on going if it does happen.
Oh
I
yeah,
hope.
yeah. Next
I
year
hope.
probably, yes. I hope to
Okay.
see you
Well,
there.
so Spanish. So Spanish does not. The Spanish government definitely does not put artists and art first.
Not too much. Was difficult before the all the coronavirus, and now after the coronavirus is more difficult.
So earlier you were talking to me about how your you studied a little bit of theater when you were younger. Did you start when you were younger, or what was your first experience with acting?
My first experience acting was in the school,
Okay.
um, because I'm a singer too. I
Okay.
sing, and I was to act and sing at the same time, and was very good. But I don't do it like so serious.
Yeah.
Uh, Before the university, and the university was like my the click that
Yeah.
you have.
The wake up call.
Wake up, the wake up call. That's
Yep.
it. And since university, now
Okay.
it's like 5 years ago.
Okay.
Oh my god, I'm so old. and I start doing a little pieces,
Hmm.
theater pieces, and now I'm acting in the different groups. And
Nice.
I try to do performance too.
Hmm.
I was a performer for Luke Frey, that is an artist, conceptual artist of Suiza.
Okay. Is that like a
And
dance perform?
it's not about dance, it's more about movements.
Okay.
It's not like dancing, it's more about movements, about your body, about how you can express with your body,
Hmm.
about not too expressive like dance, not with music,
Okay.
sometimes without music.
Oh,
It's so interesting.
that's really cool. That's really cool. Um, how is in Spain right now? If you were to give someone some advice on how to kind of, because you're now doing it for like 5 years, trying to act, and I know it's hard times right now, but if it wasn't that, like what advice would you give someone if they wanted to pursue that same art?
I think that study is so important, the study of this art,
Yeah.
because when you see a film or when you see a theater, you want to see professionality.
Hmm.
You want to see people doing things professionally.
Hmm.
And I think that is the first advice. The second advice is search the opportunities.
Okay.
It's so important. You have to do a video book. You have to do some photos with yourself, because you have to search people that represents you.
Right. Okay. Like headshots.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. And then
that's it.
how do you find how do you is see here I use like certain websites and stuff like that to find jobs. um are you trying to find like representation out there? Like, is there like agents, or is there like a listing where jobs are? Is there anything like that?
We have like pages in Facebook sometimes, and if
Okay.
you are in the specific school of acting, you have your teachers know about it.
Yeah.
Your teachers have the email address
Okay.
to the important people
Yeah.
of this world.
Yeah.
So that is the reason of my first advice. You have to go to the specific school of art
Right.
to work in Spain of that.
Yeah, because like a lot of it's networking. Networking with people, meeting people, and a lot of how who and that's how you can kind of figure your way into there.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
What are some of your so what are some of your what inspires you when it comes to your different arts?
Oh,
Like, you want to start with acting? Let's start with acting, and then we'll go into maybe books and stuff like that too.
it was when I was a child, my father and my grandmother put me on the televisions, like shows of Audrey Hepburn, Marilyn Monroe.
Okay.
So I grew up with the type of films with the
older
the
Hollywood.
the old Hollywood stars with all the glamour, with all the beautiful things, and that was my first side of say I want to be
One of
like others that were one of them. But now it's different, Now I'm searching just life of the things that I like, the things that I love. I don't want, to be known for a lot of people in the world. I only want to, live with this passion.
Yeah. I agree with that. I think that's a good way to go about it. I think people that are searching for fame, that's not the correct way to go. You really want to be yourself and enjoy your job. If you enjoy what you're doing, then you're going to be good at it because you enjoy it, right?
Yeah, of course, that's the point. That's
yeah, great.
The good advice is that be yourself.
Be yourself. Yeah. I mean, a little bit about like my past, I did electronics and I did like technical stuff, and I decided not to do that and go back towards art because it was, I thought about it like I wanted to do something that I can be the best at. Do you know what I mean? If I do something that I'm forcing myself to do something that for money, I'm never going to be the best at that because I never saw myself inventing like the new battery. Like I was like, I'm not going to do that. So I'm never going to be the best at like engineering. So I was like, but at film and art and stuff like that I like to do, I can see myself thriving or doing good at that because it's something I enjoy. So I think that's very important that you do something that you enjoy, not just for fame or money.
Yeah, it's so important. You have to, you have to take in mind your objective in your life. The objective of all the people is to be happy.
Yeah.
And work in something that something that you hate, something that you hate, you don't want it, you don't like it. It's it's very awful.
Right.
So
I like this art in this form of video. I enjoy like the fact that you can make someone else happy too. You know what I mean? Like you were saying, you find happiness or be happy, but with this, you can give joy to someone, right? When they watch something, they get a reward out of it too. So I really enjoy that.
It's the importance of the art, There are a lot of people saying that art is not important, but when you were in the quarantine, what did you do?
I watched
film.
Yeah.
I watched watching film. I was writing, read a book, and that's art.
Yep. And that's art really pushes culture. You said you guys have a lot of culture, and culture comes from art.
Exactly. So, it's the life.
Yeah. So one of the things, I know that you also sing. Who inspired you to sing?
It's so American. This my answer. It's Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah. We sing Taylor Swift all the time here. So that's very true. She's a great artist. So, I heard that you sung on TV. You said that earlier.
Yeah. Many times in TV. I was in my Valencia. We have a specific channel for Valencian people, and I sing in it. And that was I have some videos.
Yeah, I'll link those videos down below if you don't mind, so people can check them out and look at them.
Of course. Perfect.
But how was that experience, or how did you get involved in singing on television?
I was singing since I was a child in a karaoke. KT.
Yep. Yep.
And I started to sing like I was 9 years old there. When I finally grew up and I was like 14, the people show me and tell me, okay, you can go if you want, like my program, you have a great voice and I want to, to show to the rest of the people your talent.
Mm-hmm.
And I was okay, why not?
That's
And that
cool.
was my starting to doing the
So
singing and
they
television.
they let you come on the they found you and said to come on the television program and sing.
Yeah, that was really like this. I
Wow.
was singing karaoke, and when I go to take a water, it was like a boy near to me told me, I'm working in television and I want to take in my show.
Okay.
And I was, yeah, of course, why not?
There you go. And that's kind of like you said, going out and meeting people and networking. You did it,
Yeah, of course.
and you met people.
Yeah.
What
It
type
was a
of
good-
show? What type of show was it that they do the singing on?
no, it was like a little show about there. It's a part of news. There is a part of culture, and there is another part that is like a singing contest.
Mm-hmm.
And we try to do the contest with other people near to us of Valencia, all the people from Valencia, and that was pretty cool because a number of different artists. No, not only singers. There was like people that pulled the fallas, was people dancing. It was people that, for example, there was writing a book when
Yeah.
he was 12 years old, and that
Wow.
was very interesting.
That's cool.
So
You
that's nice.
you
Yeah.
write as well.
Yeah, but since I was a child, I started with poems, but now I'm trying to write another things because I have a lot of dreams,
Okay.
and I have a lot of ideas of my dreams. And that's very cool.
Are you turning those into stories? Are they narrative stories that
Yeah,
you're writing?
narrative story,
Nice.
fictional narrative stories.
You said
I
you were
like-
working on a book right now.
I'm finishing it.
Yeah. How
In
is that
fact-
going? Do you want to talk about your book?
Oh, okay. It's like a fictionally about it. About a world. There are different worlds, and there are magic, and there are magical persons, and
Okay.
a girl trying to find themselves.
Okay.
With all the cows here, and that was about my book.
I've never wrote a book or anything, so I don't know how long of a process. Did you just come up with a small story in your head, and then you were like, did you expand on it? Did you write for months, or like how does the coming about writing?
First of all, you think about the idea,
Okay.
You have your idea in your mind, and you try to work in that idea, and you are creating.
Mhm.
And you find yourself thinking about, okay, what can I do with the characters? What can I do with the work? It's good, that plot, you need another plot. And now you're starting, first of all, you're thinking, and after that try to do okay, in the first chapter I want to put that, in the second chapter I want to put that things. And if you write all the days a little bit, it's only like 2 pages or 3 pages.
Mhm.
Probably you will finish in 1 year.
Right.
Only you have to to cook. You have mistakes, of course.
Yeah, you go
And
back,
you have to call back and
add
try
things,
more,
or take
add
things
things
out
or taking things out.
as you figure out the story. So you work your way from the beginning to the end, but you're kind of jumping around.
Jumping. Like, for example, you are one day writing and say, okay, before writing another chapter, I want to go back to the first chapter, and I want to, try to read the first chapter, and after that, try
Right.
to write another one, or try to rewrite if you don't see it very well.
Right. Because you almost want to reference something maybe at the beginning to kind of trigger what happens later, right? Something that you added, you need to add like, what is that called? The word I'm looking for. Never mind. But yeah. Yeah, so that's true. That makes sense. I've wrote short stories, but I do screenplay, right? I write like a script. So I do like a short narrative, 10, 12 pages. I like the short stuff, but I couldn't imagine writing for an entire year.
It was hard because I'm trying to say, okay, and to say myself, okay, I have to finish it.
Right.
You have to finish it, and it's too difficult to finish it,
Yeah.
It was like writing 20 pages, and I was like, oh my God, I can write more pages. I can't, but you have to say yourself, okay, you can do it.
Yeah.
Now put your in your face, your computer, and try to write. And that's it.
Yep. So I was talking about who inspires you. We got actors, we got singers. Who writing wise? Who inspires you writing wise?
It's a Spanish one. It's Laura Gallego.
Okay.
Laura Gallego is it's a fantastic writer here in Spain. About science fiction.
Okay.
And I like it so much. She has a lot of books in English too, and it's very interesting how she created the characters, the plot, how she tried to, introduce all the plots of all the characters in one history, and it's very interesting to read it. I recommend you.
I will. When my wife listens to this back, I'll have her show me that artist, and I'll have to check out those books.
Okay, perfect.
So, do you think you'd ever come to the United States to act, or do art here, or do you want to stay in Spain?
I don't know for sure. I flow with the life, and
one step at a time.
Not?
Yeah,
why not? I thought, why not? If my boyfriend wants to, she's very international, so I think that why not?
Yeah, that'd be cool. What's funny is like artist wise, like singers and stuff like that. One of the people that I really enjoy is like Ed Sheeran, right? Ed Sheeran from England, right? But he's really popular here. I read some or listened to some of his stories. He talked about how he wasn't famous in England. He wanted to be famous in his home for his art. But what he did was the only way in England to become he had to move to America. You got to conquer America, and then you go back or something like that. It was very interesting how he kind of explained it. But
oh my God.
Anyways, I think that's pretty extreme. I mean, he's popular all over the world. So, any last little bit of advice for anyone? We're coming here close to the end of the podcast, so I want you to I already asked you to give a little bit of advice, but maybe you can say it one more time for everyone, what you think they should do to pursue their art.
I think that the best advice is be yourself, first of all.
Yep.
If you like the art, the art is in you, so you can't live without art. You have to try to do the art productive in your life, try to live of art. It's difficult. Yeah, it? But it's better to work in something that you didn't like it.
Yeah.
So first of all, you have to be yourself and you have to try it. And I think that if you try it hard, you can do it.
You can do anything as long as you put your mind to it.
Yeah.
All
That's
right.
my mind.
All right. Thank you, Marina. Thank you for being on the podcast today. Thank you for doing this is your first podcast, right?
Yeah, my first. That was very good. I hope that not the last one,
No, you'll have plenty more podcasts in the future. Maybe we'll even have you back on in the future. We're excited to see where your book, your acting, and singing goes. Thank you for being on the show today. Her information is going to be linked down below. You can check out what she's doing as an artist out in Spain. And we just want to say thank you.
Oh, thank you to you.
All right. This is a Make Media podcast, and we are out.